Hi, it's me again. How's it going? Actually, I say again, I haven't done this in like a couple weeks, so. My name's Kendall, for anyone who doesn't know, from 106 in the corner. I don't have any under eyeliner on today, and I feel like naked. There's a reason that I don't have any on, but I do feel like naked, so. Um, Hi! I don't think you meant to go live with me, yeah. um, so, anyway, what's up, everybody? Hello from Germany. Hello from Charlottesville, Virginia. What's going on, friends? Oh, look it! I got a notification that 106 in the corner started a live video. Wow, all of y'all have handles that are like LP official. It's a little confusing. What's Oh, I've been to Prague. I've not been to Italy though. Netherlands, I used to live there actually. France, I used to live there too. What's going on? How are all y'all? Who likes LP? A lot of you, I'm sure. Ça va? Is that somebody from Hungary too? Wow. Turkey, I've been there. Didn't live there, but I have been there. Mexico, hey, wow, look at all of y'all. We're connecting.
Hey,
Hi.
what's up? How
My
are you
name's
doing?
Kendall.
Hi,
Nice.
Kendall. What's happening? Nice to meet you too. What is
Not
it?
a lot. Do you have a tattoo on your finger?
I do. I do.
I want to get like a little alien. Um,
Can you hear it? You want me to turn it up? Old chestnut. Just in the sun doing video liners, and I'm flushed. How you doing?
I'm okay. It's not that sunny here, so I'm in Virginia.
Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
great
Virginia.
for um, a heart-shaped scar, something like that. I read it there.
Oh, can I tell you something? The first time I was ever introduced to your music was via a television show called South of Nowhere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was my jam.
Show.
So,
I've heard that show.
that was a long time ago. But
Yeah.
I had that song on my red MP3 player, not even an iPod yet.
Nice, nice, nice.
Dating myself for all these people who are watching.
What are you doing?
But
You gotta have a past. Like, it's like fucking boring if you don't.
exactly. Oh, hey, there's people all over the place here. So let's go back even further than that, though. How did you start doing the music?
uh, I just decided that that's what I wanted to do. Like, I was, from a family of like lawyers and doctors and the bears, and I just decided, that this was the most interesting thing to me and the most, something that was like kind of going to be more of a, something I could live with as far as being for the rest of my life. And I didn't know, it was a big roll of the dice, man. It was, I didn't know anybody. I still don't know anybody. And so I don't know. I just like, it was like kind of one of those things. My mom passed away and I was just like, life is short. Let's rock it.
What did you play first?
Um, I sang and then started playing guitar, which was a pain in the ass because I wish I started both at the same time because it's really hard to go back and like kind of sing and play at the same time. And it's like the people I know that I love that kind of like came on it at the same time got so like kind of locked in there, and it's like hard to like split your brain sometimes.
Yeah, I am the least musically talented person, so I have no idea. I like physically can't even match pitch. It's embarrassing.
Mm.
Because I didn't know it for a little while.
Yeah. I mean, not for everybody, but
When did you realize you're actually like good at it?
I don't know. I haven't really realized that. Am I good at it?
Some might say. A lot of people on here might say.
Hey, there's 1,193,200 people right here right now that would say it is. But yeah, I mean, I think honestly, I think it was like back in the day with the MySpace and everything, and I would get messages from people.
Oh, throwback.
Yeah,
That's like
you know,
MP3 level.
yeah, like that's like I just felt like I was like I just kept getting feedback from people, and especially like in person, I feel like very heartfelt um feedback that just I don't know, something telling me like this is affecting people a certain way, and maybe it is possible, and that's why I love my so much. Um, because I take them so to heart because they mean everything. That's why I stayed in the game. That's why I'm able to enjoy, my cute little niche of success that I have. That I can, really just appreciate it and because I know that like um, it doesn't just come. I mean, maybe it just comes for some people, but I think that I think it's a big deal for someone to like really be a fan. So they have a lot of shit going on in their lives, and for them to like take time out, like even these people that are here right now. I mean, they could be doing a billion things. Like the world is their oyster on the interweb, and they're here. So I'm like, hi, I love you guys. I miss you guys. Boo boo. Hi.
Look at all those hearts. Wow.
Those hearts. That's going right to my heart. I love it.
So what was one of the early times that you know, connected with, that a fan came up to you and was like, hey, your music means something to me? And you were like, oh shit, they mean that. Oh, maybe I shouldn't.
I mean, just it's from the get go, from the first time, like sang in a tiny little bar to like four people.
Mm-hmm.
They were like, "Wow, what?" Like like because I used to when we toured, even in the early 2000s and stuff like that, and just have like the first time we would go to some of these places when we toured the U.S. and like go through the Midwest or whatever places cities I'd never been to, and the first time we play there would be like a bartender and a waiter at this club, and then you know and then they'd both be like, wow, that was really great. I love you guys, And then the next time we come there, they'd have like, 10 or 15 of their friends, and then we'd grow. And yeah, I mean, always, before that, always. So it's always, because that's the thing, that's why it's so like mind boggling to me when, I'm playing to such big crowds now. Because I remember it just being like, wow, when there was like, 50 people and I'm like into it. It's like, wow. I'm not saying I want to go back to that, but it was pretty cool.
So how did you start working with other people and writing with and for other people?
Well, I got on a major label, and they, I was a solo artist, whatever. So they were making me. It was great for me, really, but it was kind of daunting at the time and scary. But they had me writing with all these huge songwriters, like people that had written some of the biggest hits, and I was just basically like kind of sitting at the feet of people like this for like, almost 3 years and writing a lot of songs. Is like I realized that I was able to be, somewhat prolific, as far as it was like a lot of songs. It almost like I was a decent student, like I'm like again like my whole life was was academics. So like so I think I approached it in that way where it's just like, oh yeah, you have to write like 5-6 songs a week. That's I used to write 5-6 songs in like 6 months, like back in the day, and so I was just like I kind of fell in love with the job of writing songs in a way, and then even though there's so much shit to get through, so much red tape, and for everybody, but especially someone like me, how I'm rocking it, you know what I mean? It's like not always, and I've like changed and dialed shit in, but it was no easy task to get.
Wait, what do you mean by red tape?
Oh, just a normal person, right? When I wrote for other people, you're right there.
Yes, I dropped my thing.
When I write for other people, I'd be like on a project with some person that's like, beautiful, young, talented, just perfect. Like you think they're gonna go all the way in like 3 seconds, and I write with them, and everyone's on their project, everyone's like stoked, and then I'm like, whatever happened to blah blah blah, and they're like, I don't know, never heard from them again, So, that there's a lot of shit you got to get through in the business, and so it's just like it's a whole thing, and that doesn't make it like that you shouldn't or can't do it. It's just like, and now it's much different because you can kind of like you can rustle up your own enthusiasm, however, and there are many people like YouTube stars do this all the time, and and that's really cool. But we didn't, wouldn't have
We
that
didn't have that back in the day.
So.
Who are some of your favorite people that you have worked with? Whether they made it or not.
That's a very good question. Hmm. I mean, gosh, I'd have to go back in the archives and everything, but I don't know. I can't remember. I could sit here all day and be like, just there's a lot of people that were like really dope that I thought were like really great, better than me, and I, they had, got through all the things,
Mm-hmm. Did you ever have any like really like bad times where you just like weren't vibing with somebody, or they were just like a pain in the ass, or?
Oh, writing with someone that was a pain in the ass?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean I've had sessions where I was like screaming, and so I'd like I'll fucking kill you, like, out of here if I don't fucking get out of here, I'm gonna die, like shit like that. But that's what's cool is that I only did songwriting exclusively for other people before and during that time I had no idea I would get to be an artist again. I really didn't. I just was like, let me get working because I got to make money and write songs, and so I just was like, when I had those kind of moments, because nobody cares like what a songwriter that's in the room that they pick you to be in the room, this artist or whatever. Nobody gives a shit if you're inspired. They're just like, get in, write the song. It's like, yeah, but I don't really feel it today. Should we go see a movie or something like that? Now that I'm just doing it for me for the most part, I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel it today. Bye. Later. Go get drunk.
Were you writing songs for yourself that whole time too?
No, towards the end of it, I started I started kind of just getting inspired and writing stuff for myself. I felt like I mean actually during it I was, but then in like in the second-ish year of writing songs for other people, it was like 2009, 2011 really. So maybe like 2010-ish, I started like, I was playing a lot of ukulele and I was really enjoying it, and I started writing songs for myself, and it felt like really, they felt unique to me, like a song like Into the Wild that was one of the beginning songs, and Tokyo Sunrise and stuff like that that's on Forever for Now, and those were songs that I couldn't picture anyone else singing except for me. I was like, I've got to like, and it felt like they were like my soul. Like they felt like my artist side, like solely,
Are there any that you ever like straight up like jacked? Like you're like, oh yeah, we're writing this one. JK, I'm just gonna bring up something else tomorrow.
I didn't. I always like. I feel like I always like. I'm able to let go of songs like that. I didn't until I felt those. I think yeah, and I never wrote a song in a session that was meant for somebody else with other people that were planning on giving it to someone else that I was like, oh, I'm gonna, keep this. There's been a song, I forget what song, I forget. There's a song that like, that I wrote that like, so I still have it, and it hasn't come out yet, but like, they asked me to give it to somebody, a very young woman in like Sweden or something like that. But the song was so like kind of, it was meant. It was like meant with the like that kind of like that sarcasm and stuff that like you could see like CeeLo doing or Amy Winehouse, like that kind of like yeah, it needed some life experience, and I was just like, it's not right. I'm sorry, like you're like. You're
not cool enough for this song.
Yeah, it's like it's like a like a 12-year-old singing a Nina Simone song. You're like, okay.
It sounds. You don't know what you're talking about.
Depth, what's that?
It's like you don't know what you're talking about. Like I'm a theater director, and when I'm casting stuff, I'm like, oh, you're saying those lines properly,
Oh
but
no. Yeah, I understand.
yeah. Um, so you have two new singles out right now that you wrote in Mexico. Why? How did you like get over to there?
Well, those were in right before they were December of 2019,
Yeah.
and then yeah, so those are the last two. How Low Can You Go was a couple of years. Well, How Low Can You Go could have been on Heart to Mouth, but I wasn't quite done with it. Um, so yeah, but yeah, and then I wrote some in my contained pod inside during 2020. There's a couple of really nice songs on the record from there. Like um, you know, pandemics don't stop the songwriting, man. Going.
um, but how though did you get to that hotel in Mexico?
How
Did you
low?
take an airplane?
Oh, yeah, yeah. No, this was not during the pandemic though. I took an airplane,
Oh,
filmed it. I did
oh.
masks and etc. But yeah, no, that was the video was
We
during
just had two totally different conversations.
the. Yeah, no, the How Low Can You Go video was filmed in Mexico. Yes, I did take a plane. Yes, just we did all the. It's very expensive now. Like it costs like there's a whole budget that has to go to COVID testing when you do a video. We just did one for the new single on last Thursday, and it's like everybody, and now everybody has to get a PCR test, not just the the other test, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
What is that called? The
Anybody?
yeah, antigen test. Yeah. So yeah, it's just like a whole thing. But but good. It's fine. That's what life is. You gotta roll with the punches. Whoa, hair. Okay.
Well done. What's the story behind How Low Can You Go?
How Low Can You Go is basically, me always testing myself to see how how close to the dark side I could get.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm kind of like not like a dark-ish person. I mean, I have my dark side. Of course, who doesn't? It wouldn't make me. I would be uninteresting, I think, if I didn't. But how close I could come to the fire and what's there's all these roads that you could go down, and uh, it's just like I'm fascinated by that because I don't like I don't. I'm not trying to be perfection. I'm not trying to be a role model. I'm not trying to be whatever. I'm just living my life like everybody. My very flawed, haphazard, all over the fucking place life, and I like it. I'm good. Yeah.
I love that Chateau Marmont line because I want to go there so bad. I don't know what that says about me.
Have you been there?
No.
Oh yeah, it's a really it's one of those places that's just I don't know so cool.
Haunted as shit.
What was that?
Haunted as shit.
Yeah, totally. Funner than shit, funner than fuck. Like I mean, I remember like my ex was like shooting something about you know James Dean or whatever, like Natalie Wood, and circa the what is that movie with James Dean? Jesus Christ!
That one. I have no idea.
The one that was up at the observatory and shit. Yeah, Rebel Without a Cause. Sorry. And like during that time period, there's like a bungalow in the Chateau Marmont that's like where she like had to be rushed to the hospital because she was in a bathtub of champagne and it messed with her stuff down below. If you know what I'm saying? It was like a whole thing. Anyway, it's just like that place has so many. I think Johnny Depp, fucking Keanu Reeves lived there. Like all these crazy. I was so many deep dark secrets in those hallways and everything, and it's just like so cool, and so yeah, it's and that's a real event, a Grammy party event, and it's, like I said, not trying to be a role model, just trying to like just reporting from the field of life.
Reporting from the field of life. I like that. So you were supposed to have this big old tour.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you released a live record.
I did.
Why was that a plan? Because it was a surprise, right? Was it a low key plan that you already had, or?
Yeah, I always wanted to, but we just felt like now's the time. It's a good moment to do that, and I have like the coolest live record just on the title alone that I've ever heard is like uh, live from Budokan with Cheap Trick or whatever, and it just feels fun. It's not as cool as Budokan, but I mean, sorry, Moscow, I love Moscow, but no, what a name, like it's like kind of like you didn't know Budokan existed. I didn't know Budokan existed until I saw like heard that record or whatever. I'm like, oh shit, really? I didn't know there was a place called Budokan. What a cool name. But it's just like it's just nice always. I think every artist should put out a live record, right?
Sorry.
I, oh, yeah,
Reading a question that went away, so it doesn't matter anyway.
you can scroll down.
Sorry, your question went away.
What do you got?
Um,
There you go.
so what's going on with a
Nadia,
not
what's up?
live record?
What's that?
What's going on with a not live record?
The not live record is literally almost done. I think I'm laying on the last vocal for the title track actually tomorrow, and then I think we're gonna try to put this one to bed. Oh.
Where are you doing that? Where are you laying that down?
At a little studio near here. And me and Mike could just go in there tomorrow to get some cool vocals. Because I don't know, this song subject wise is kind of different than any song I've really done, and it's you know I'll say one thing, it's got a holiness to it, so we'll see. But I'm really excited for everybody to hear this record in its entirety. There's like so many different things. It's probably the most songs I've ever put on a record, so that's cool. Um,
Somebody wants to know about the song Conversation.
Love you. What's that?
Somebody said, what about the song Conversation?
Oh, that's on there. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be good.
So what do you like about working with Mike? You collab with him.
Yeah, well, he's
right?
like best friend in the world, one of my best friends in the world, and just one of my favorite collaborators. Obviously, I think we're kind of for all intents and purposes, we're a band. We function as a band, at home band, and I don't know, it's really nice. We know like him and I and Nate, Campany, we can like finish each other's musical sentences in a way, like we're like a married, we're a throuple, and
Yes.
and it's cool, it's like I'm so blessed, to have these people, and there's a lot of songs I wrote like with different people on the record too, but I would say the majority is like with Mike and Nate probably. But yeah, I adore those guys, and I feel really taken care of, and I feel like we're creating something special. I hope.
Who else did you write with on it?
There's a guy named Lars Stalfers. There's song "Is a Summer" and I wrote together from Florence and Machine. Is a Machine. Um, there's a song Kyle. I'm gonna forget his last name, but we wrote. Well, actually, me and him and Nate wrote some songs together. Me and Dan Wilson wrote the title track. Dan Wilson is a huge writer, and all this like Adele stuff, Florence stuff, and he had a band. He wrote that song "Closing Time."
Yep, they had an EP that came out a couple months ago.
Yeah, he is a Semisonic or something like that. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's just incredible to work with and to just talk with. His life is really interesting, and yeah. So there's a little something. There's like something for everybody. I think. I hope.
There's a lot of people who are in love with you. I would just like to pass that message on to you.
Oh, I'm in love with them too. I miss you. I'm sorry.
And someone's proposing marriage to you.
What's that?
Someone just proposed to you too.
Oh, right on.
Awkward. Yes.
I don't know about like I'm just living life right now.
So do we know if the record is if it's all going to be laid down tomorrow? What is the? I've never put out a record before, clearly, so I don't know what a timeline looks like.
Yeah, it would have been. It might have been out already. Well, not really, but everything is kind of like everything is kind of on hold with touring and stuff. So and we're trying to like gauge it so like it's at the right time before like things pick up. But they'll pick up. You know what I mean, it's like you know, it's like that expression, a watched pot never boils, you know? So I try not to like get too like, then, then. Try to just be like, hey, fuck it.
You do have some dates scheduled as of now, though, don't you?
Yeah,
I
like
mean, obviously everything's tentative.
I have summer dates that haven't been canceled yet, but you know, I don't know. Like we don't know. You know, I don't want to get anybody's hopes up or my own hopes up or dash anybody's hopes or you know,
Yeah.
so whatever it is.
All right. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but hopefully, if those dates happen, DC is not far from where I am, so we could catch
Yeah,
up again then.
that'd be great. I would love that. Thank you so much for having me today, you guys. I love you, and I miss you, and yeah, maybe I'll jump on my own thing soon. All right. Love you. Thank
Thank you.
you so much, baby. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. How do I get out of here? Help.
That's right. That's me too.